Hey everyone, this is Ash, and welcome back to the King's Speech. And I have been anticipating this chapter for over a week now. I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've heard I'm going to be really excited for all the events and stuff that happen in it. I've heard that there's a lot of good setup in this chapter. I've seen some minor spoilers. Thankfully, not too many, but little bits here and there. And I gotta say, I'm hyped for this. So let's get right into this. My reaction for One Piece chapter 924. Huh. Okay, so excited. Alright. So, request for the cover page. Sentomaru splitting logs for an elderly bear couple by Sandaichi. It's adorable. Don't love it as much as I love the other two we've gotten so far, but what are you gonna do? So we start off where it left off last week, and you see the trail of destruction, leading right up to where Kaido shadowed out in the background, the foreground, I should say. And there's one of the mooks is going, but one blow was all it took. That's the sheer power of Lord Kaido's club. And you go, bam! And Luffy's just laid out, completely white eyes, knocked out, blood streaming from his face. Just, yes. And then one of the mooks is like, I'm shocked he's still breathing. And then Kaido's just standing there and he goes, as I figured. It's like, what? And Law goes, I've got to drag him away from here. I should have enough stamina to... And then... What is that? Oh, someone hit him with a blam. Oh, it looks like one of Hawkins' mooks hit him with with a gun. And Hawkins goes, don't do it, Trafalgar. And then Law goes, not him again. It's like the sea prism stone throughout the world was born here. Oh, God. The sea prism stone throughout the world was born here in this country. Only in Wano can you find the artisans capable of fashioning it this small. And then Law looks in his shoulder and he's like, a sea prism stone nail? And then Hawkins just goes boof and takes out his little straw sword and just whips it at Law with going straw sword. And go back to Kaido and goes, I don't know whether it is indomitable spirit or an empty bluff, but he's been glaring at me this entire time. And they're like, what? And it's like, him? He's just plain knocked out. At least that's how it looks to me. Oh man, Luffy's so busted up. I can't tell you how happy I am with that. Yes. And then Kaido's like, whoa, lock him up. Once his spirit is broken, he'll be a good soldier. And they go, yes, sir. And don't write anything about pirates on the notice papers. Interest from the... And don't write anything about pirates on the notice papers. Interest from the outer seas is forbidden. And then all the mooks go, wow. And then, bump. And they all just shiver. And then they foam at the mouth and topple. It goes, what happened to you guys? What kind of joke is this? Lord, like, this seriously is like Oda's really hinting at the fact that Shutamaru is probably a Shura Doji. I'll talk about that a little bit in a theory video that hopefully should be out tomorrow as well, but yeah. Not a big fan, but whatever. Why that looked like Lord Oden's special trick. You mean that fella passed out over there did it? And then you have Luffy just like completely out of it still. He goes, you too? That kid Brat also has the color of the Supreme King, but we don't need all these Supreme Kings running around. Oh, and then Kaido transforms back into his dragon form and he goes, I'll deal with Trafalgar later. Now it is time to drink again. And he goes, ugh, I've sobered up, blast it. Oh, man, alright. So the fact is it like an echo of the Supreme King that he used before he matched out. That was like, oh god, okay, this brings up like way too many questions about hockey. But it's exciting. It's exciting. And then he goes, uff, huff. And draws out in the woods somewhere. He goes, nails made of sea prism stone. Never heard of that before. This is bad. I'm worried about Beppo and the crew, but I can't leave that idiot there either. And then Bakura Town. Not in town anymore, I reckon. I see. Well, we've caught one. That is enough. But I will track him down. He shall not escape. And then Okabora Town. Be strong, Gorobe. You're gonna make it. I wish I could apologize. Huff. Oh, if only I could say I'm sorry. To Luffy Taro. Looks like what Kinnamon's just doing that horrible bandit mask thing and is watching from the side. And you got someone that's got beaten up real bad. He goes, he got us all of that food and we let it go to waste. He's such a kind-hearted fellow. I hope he doesn't feel responsible for the town being attacked. And then Kinnamon's like, oh Suru, still beautiful 20 years later. Nah, time has not changed you, but we cannot yet be reunited. Until Lord Oden's wishes have accomplished at last. And he's like, Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ashura Doji. Well, well, I guess there goes my theories all down the drain there. So, official confirmation that yes, Shutenmaru is Ashura Doji. Okay, alright. I mean, it was pretty obvious, but still not a fan of that. And it goes, and then we go back to Oden Castle, where we see, it is so good to know you are safe. It's like, Okiku, please help us. The sudden opening of the, oh, come on. Lord. Right, please help us. The sudden opening of this sinkhole helped us survive. But at this rate, we're going to sink into the ocean soon. And I was like, woof, woof. Well, at least I've carried the ladies out to safety. Ugh, God, Sanji. Just, ugh. Can you just disappear into the void somewhere? We just pretend he doesn't exist. And he's like, but what about the rest of us? It's a good thing your jutsu helped save us, Shino. And then she goes, my ripe enticement jutsu can make anything ripen into a more mature form. Tee-hee-hee. That's right, anything that Shino touches will instantly spoil rotten. Even for Oda, that's fucking weird. Like, what the hell, honestly? I'm not going to make any judgments on that fruit power yet, but I don't know what the hell he's going for with this. They're like, don't say it like that. And she goes, as for the present situation, prepare yourself to hear what this one has to say. It's like, what? And then, of course, we have, you there, can you speak? He's like, she's still breathing. We must tend to her at once. We'll go into the woods. We're too exposed out here. She's just a young child, Kaido. And Dogstorm and his musketeers have found Otama, and they're taking her to safety. And like Luffy Taro's great scuffle in Kuri, extra, made news all throughout Wano. I was like, oh, hey, Luffy, he made it to what? You got the biggest huh? And you got the greatest cranky reaction face. And oh man, I got this spoiled for me last week, and it annoys me so much that it got ruined, but oh god, such a great Robin reaction face. Just, oh, love it. She's like, oh, Luffy has arrived, and huh? And then Luffy extra, Usopp, same reaction face. It's like, phew. And then you see Zoro on a ship somewhere, and he goes, hey, what you reading? Ah, there's a samurai named Luffy Taro who fought against Lord Kaido. And he bloof. I was like, ugh, disgusting. Don't spit out that wasabi sushi. It's like, cough, cough. That's what happens when you overeat. Are you sure you can pay for all of this? And Zoro's floating down a river with what looks like cherry blossoms on either side. So he still must be in the flower capital, I'm guessing, or somewhere close to it anyway. And then the next day, Udon Wano. Strike the iron. Make tougher, stronger weapons, and the capital will flourish. Your lives belong to Shogun Orochi. If you want to live, strike the iron. If you want to rest, you'll die by my hand. Carry those supplies on the double. It's like a poisonous fish. So what's in this cage, huh? Don't know. All I know is that we throw in one poison fish a day, that's all. Oh, and we gotta remove the bones first. I hear the fish were meant for executions. Only this one's living off of them. Is it one of them crocodile things? Why would we be nice enough to remove the bones? And then goes, oh, here comes the famous new guy. So that's the guy who supposedly destroyed a whole town. It's like, good to see you, new guy. By fighting with Lord Kaido over in Kuri. It's like, hope you're ready for this. He's like, Jangles, really that little guy? And then Luffy's got his whole face bandaged up. He's been shackled, like, huff huff. It's like, I thought he'd be as bad as the lead. I thought he'd be as big as the lead performers. That's quite a look in your eyes. Can't wait to haze that light right out of him. Yes. And then you see a glare. And it's like, what was that? He just challenged his own jailers with a look. And then someone shoots out a fishbone and sticks it right into the guy that was teasing Luffy with a patoot. And then you have, oh shit. Yeah, I'm bleeding. It's like, some fishbones just shot out of the cell. You idiot, you didn't take out the bones first? What is it? What's in that cell? It's like, nobody knows. Like, burp. Ugh. All right, you're going in here until your spirit is broken and you swear loyalty to Lord Kaido. You're going to be doing hard labor tomorrow, pal. We'll be happy to work you to death. Yeah, ha ha ha. And then it's thud. Luffy gets thrown in with a gashank. And Eustace Kid is sitting next to him, looking equally as fucked up. Oh, man. And he goes, I'll get you, Kaido. And then we flash back to the woman in the kitsune mask. We saw at the beginning, like, bang, 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 bang. And the curtains close. Oh, it's you. Wano, Act 1, and break next week. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So many thoughts. Oh, on this chapter. Alright. Oh, okay. Start from the beginning. So, Sea Prism Stone. We now know what the source of it is. Or at least where it was born. And it was born in Wano. Okay. Does that mean that, you know, all the poneglyphs and everything else are made out of Sea Prism Stone, and that's why it's impossible to to break it or write on it or do kind of destroy it? Because I don't think we've ever seen anything be able to outright destroy Sea Prism Stone. Because even in Dressrosa, the factory was made entirely out of Sea Prism Stone, and Doflamingo strings couldn't cut through it, so it must have like an insane amount of durability and some kind of property that gives it that. So, you know, we are gonna find out about what that is eventually, but this just raises so many questions. And I wonder if Oden's castle was built on top of where this huge deposit of sea stone was found, and if so, if that was specifically put there for a reason. But like, that's the first big mystery for this. And oh man, like, apparently it's so abundant that you can actually find a nail made out of Sea Prism Stone. But this makes me question, you know, if it was originally found in Wano, how did the world government get their hands on it? You know, like such large quantities to be able to coat their battleships. If it was all found in Wano, because Wano has always been a closed off country, so how would the government have been able to come into here and steal out that much stone? Is an interesting question. Like, I'm really curious about that. And then apparently when Luffy got knocked out, I don't know how like if his subconscious or something was working, but apparently even when he was knocked out, he was still able to keep his fighting spirit alive. Enough so that he was able to keep outputting Conqueror's Haki and react to someone trying to take him and be able to knock them all out. So I'm hoping with this arc we kind of find out what the limits or what the other abilities of Conqueror's Haki are, because we know what when Shanks met with Whitebeard all the way back in Skypiea arc, we do know that Conqueror's Haki is able to affect physical objects like ships and break them apart. So obviously, like Luffy's only scratched the surface with, I can use Conqueror's Haki to knock out people and all that, but I can't use it for, we don't know what else it's capable of. Then I don't really care for the reveal that Shutenmaru is a Shuradoji. I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to be such an obvious case, but I mean, Oda was dropping all the hints, so I guess makes sense. But I'm not really a big fan of most of the Wano cast, so it doesn't really do anything for me as much. It's like, all right, we got this reveal. I wonder where he's gonna go with it, but that's about it. So I was guessing, I was making a bunch of guesses about how the Straw Hats would survive, and I thought for sure, like, it would be so we'd get to see Okiku being cool and, like, copying Kinemon's flame cutting technique and cutting the blast, but it looks like Shinobu has some mysterious devil fruit power that makes anything ripen. I don't know what the hell Oda's going to do with that, but whatever. It really reminds me of Ainz' fruit from One Piece Film Z, where she was able to kind of manipulate the age. It looks like the same thing. I'm not sure what exactly Oda's going to define the abilities or the limits as, because right now it seems like something like Diamante's fruit from Dressrosa, where it's like, oh, it's a flag fruit, but Oda put his own unique spin on it. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that takes him. I'm guessing Okiku's gonna tell the other Straw Hat gang that's with them that Luffy's been captured and they're gonna have to plan a jailbreak. Dogstar has finally made a move. So I'm guessing we'll find out if Hitetsu is actually one of the retainers of Lord Oden, because I'm figuring he's gonna meet up with Hitetsu and give Otama over to him. If we're going with that, I hope again we're not getting the obvious reveal that Otama is Lady Hiyori, and that we're gonna find out that Hitetsu's supposed to be protecting her or not. I feel like that would be something obvious that we would get if just because I feel like Dogstorm would have seen Hiyori when she was younger, and I think he would have been able to recognize her if he knew who she was, but I don't know, like, again, like, we're not seeing Otama having been we don't see any physically discernible wounds on her, so I'm guessing she's not injured too badly or cut or anything that'll actually leave a scar. She's probably just knocked out. Again, over the fact that he's trying to tease that there's something more is but whatever, I'm gonna let it pass. The Straw Hats learning the Straw Hats in the Flower Capital learning that Luffy's got his ass handed to him by Kaido is just made my day. I know, like, the spoiler I saw for Robin's face was someone saying that people are saying they don't like Robin anymore because Oda like lets her be expressive and have like different like make funny faces and stuff. That's actually the one thing I appreciate that Oda's done post time skip is give Robin a little bit more personality and kind of signal that shift from her kind of always being aloof to being a little bit more lively. So I'm not really going to complain about that. Great comedy with it. Again, Zoro with that stupid face doing, oh Lord, eating the wasabi sushi. Like, I'm interested to see where he's going because he's off on his own little adventure now. and then the mysterious prisoner in the cell. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So Greg on Twitter, Greg Werner, One Piece podcast, Ochimusha 108 on Twitter, pointed out the similarities between this silhouette in this chapter of the mysterious prisoner and the silhouette we see of Vegapunk back in Punk Hazard, and he's pointing out the similarities. Now, this could be a massive red herring by Oda. This could just be one of the other samurai we haven't seen, or some mysterious other person that we don't know about. But if it turns out that Vegapunk is actually in, Wano, and he's been captured and put into prison, this opens up so many possibilities. I have been riding this train of Vegapunk is going to come to Wano at some point. At first I was like, oh, it's going to be Violent Infiltration Unit. He'll show up with other Marines and things. But if he's here now, that means he's already made a move early, and no confirmation yet if that's who it actually is or what he is, but I don't know. The fact that he was able to, whoever that is, was able to shoot a fish bone out of the cell with such accuracy as to skewer someone makes me think it's got to be someone different, but, oh, man. Because I was thinking about this, because I saw this also as a spoiler, and I was thinking about this. We know Smoke and Tashiki were on their way to see Vegapunk a few weeks ago. We also knew the Fujitora saw him, quote-unquote, and his laboratory, and heard about something he was building as an invention before he came to Reverie. So if this is Vegapunk, we don't have a timeline for how long this prisoner has been kept in this cell. But if it is Vegapunk, it can't have been more than a few weeks since he's gotten here and captured. And I wonder how come he would have gotten captured so easily, but again, like, more mysteries to solve. And then the ending, oh my god, yes. Thank you, Oda, for this. Way back when I was riding this idea of, we're going to flashback, or not flashback, we are going to see the events of Reverie and Wano playing out simultaneously. I was riding that train so goddamn hard before Wano started. And I was so disappointed that Reverie, was cut so short. I'm like, no, there can't be end there. There's too much that has to happen simultaneously with these events. It cannot be a case of, Wano happens first, and then we see the follow from Reverie, and then the Straw Hats learn about what happened there after they come out of Wano because it's isolated. But the fact that we've got Act 1 end plays into this idea perfectly that we are going to flash back to Reverie next chapter. We're going to see events there play out, and those events are directly going to lead into Wano Act 2. I talk about a lot of this in my theory videos, but I am excited to see how this is going. Oda's making this out almost like a play, it feels like. I cannot remember the last time I've been so pumped for One Piece going forward, and I'm just so happy that Luffy did get captured, he did get thrown in jail, and that Kid is still recovering from his wounds. Is just, this is too good. Honestly, this was a solid chapter. If this is the signaling of Oda coming back to, the writing of his golden age, Wano could easily be a top 3 arc. And that's something I've been praying for I don't know how long, but please, Oda, don't let me down with this. Do not let me down with this. A break next week is going to kill me, but if we come back with it to Reverie, I'll be so happy. Either way, solid 4 out of 5 for this chapter. Rock solid. So much stuff here. I'm going to have to go back and reread this later on because there's so much to break down here and so much to re-examine, but So excited. All right, so I'm gonna cut this off here. So One Piece theory video, hopefully should drop. I'm gonna upload this right away. So for those of you that don't are probably sleeping by now, I'll retweet in the morning so everyone can catch up on this review. I will try to do the same for the One Piece theory video. I'll try to get it done tonight and then upload it by morning. So I have all my thoughts out for that before we get into the next chapter. Uh, expect Promise Neverland reactions to be out tonight as well. That's like high priority for me right now to get out. I might also do My Hero Academia, or I might just put off My Hero Academia, Dr. Stone, and Hunter x Hunter until tomorrow because it is about almost 10 o'clock here. So I'll see how long the other videos take me to kind of record and upload, and I'll base it on that. But yeah, look forward to videos. Everything should be out by tomorrow. I will guarantee that. But I'm hoping One Piece is back, and I am super, super excited to talk to you about it again in 2 weeks. And until then, hoping this enthusiasm level keeps up. I'll talk to you later.